welcome back everybody. We're picking up leg 8 here. I believe we are in Greenland. We're going from one side of Greenland to the other today, and we're gonna do it in the starship. Last couple legs we did, was it leg 6 and 7? We did in the just released Honda Jet from Flight FX. Just released on 2024. It has been out on 2020 for a couple of years now. It's great. I love the Honda Jet. It does need a little bit of work here and there, and I know that they are very actively working on the next update to come out for it to address a couple issues. There was a weird, almost heartbeat with that aircraft, and what I noticed, or at least what I thought I noticed, was that the heartbeat sound was almost coinciding with the strobes on the aircraft, but apparently that's not the issue. Just happened to be coincidental in my case. But anyway, we're gonna pick up here in Greenland. Where are we at? We are currently at Bravo Golf Sierra Foxtrot, which is Kangerlussuaq, Greenland, and I butchered that. But we've got a flight here in the Starship where we're planning for about 414 nautical miles, about hour and 20 minutes or so. Hour 21 is what it is giving me, but let's just check our sim brief here as well. With sim brief's information, it's saying about an hour 15 in the air, 1:43 block time, roughly. It's a lot of work. We're headed from there. We're headed to Pilott1m, Greenland, which is right, pretty much right on the other side of Greenland. And then it's going to be hopping over. We're going to be doing some flight over water to Iceland, and then we're going to make our way over into Europe. But let's get running here. We've got the ground power hooked up for the Starship. You can hear the ground power unit running away here. I don't think you can interact with it in any way, but it is kind of cool that it's modeled. Let's do a pre-flight of the Starship here. So let's get the pitot covers removed, gear pins removed, pull our chocks. Have a look at our sails. Let's remove the covers and give the engine a little, let's give it a spin over. It's kind of cool how it freewheels like that. Everything's looking happy. Static port. No, that's not a static port. That's the wing light. Where's the static ports here? That's another wing light. Oh, that's okay. Let's pop open the door here and hop aboard. Alright. So, let's go here. So we gotta get some fuel in here. Looking for 885 pounds fuel burn. Is what SimBrief is saying. That's going to be my in-route burn, but because of the way that the Greenland is made up, my only alternate will actually be kind of heading back over back to the other side of Greenland, which should be Nuuk, N-U-U-K, Greenland. So my block fuel's 2906. So let's get 29 equals we've got 26. Okay, we're going to go a little heavy. We're going to go 3,008 pounds, which is fine because we can burn some of that in our taxi and warming everything up here because it is awfully cold. Right now we've got a cabin temperature of minus 12 Fahrenheit, minus 25 C. So that being said, let's let's get our, I believe our cabin door is still open. So we close that up. It gets a little quieter in here. That's kind of nice. There we go. Alright, let's get our chocks removed. That idle. Feathered. We're good there. Cool. I'm gonna get my condition levers cut off. That's all looking good. Alright, we can pull up our checklist real quick here. You know, you're never supposed to do this from memory, but to be fair, I kind of remember most of it. Park brake is set. Control lock is removed. Landing gear is down. Battery can come on. Pitch roll trim set to 0. Do that. Don't need the rotor trim in there. But we'll get the roll trim. There we go. Pitch trim, roll trim, both are set. Fuel quantities, check 1504, 1504. Minus an 18, okay, that's not ideal. Fuel quantity, oxygen pressure, 1850. Air stair door annunciator is gone because the doors are closed. Wheel chocks are removed. Covers, gear pins are stowed. Emergency exit secure. Air stair doors are locked. We can... because we are currently on stereo power, we can do that. We're not going to run down our batteries. So, circuit breakers, all in there, all in down there, and all looking good there. Outboard reversionary, how I want it. I do all three of those at the same time. Park brake is set. Audio panel. COM1. Marker beacon. Yeah, that's all looking fine. Oxygen supply. Pulled ready. Masks. We can test. Give that one. Protection is currently off. Let's pop back over here real quick. There we go. Okay, All ice protection is off. Line of gear is down. We've got 3 green anti-skid. Can come on. Okay, and you hear pressure build up. This is pneumatic pressure, I believe, or hydraulic. Standby instruments can come on. It's not going to get the battery illuminated because we're currently on exterior power. Standby power illuminated on, which, like I said, we're not going to get that because we are currently on external power. Power levers are idle. Propellers can go full forward. Condition levers are in cutoff. Bleed air is currently off. Temp mode is off. Battery is on. Triple feed bus 22 and central bus is 23, which is fine. Triple feed. Central bus. ICAS can come on. We're going to need that engine instrumentation here. Probably get away with running it for a while on the ground given the temperature. Firewall valves. Push one. Push the other. Extinguished. Extinguished. Closed. Standby pumps, which are down here. Actually, I always forget that part. Standby pump left and right. Fuel flow non-cedar low is illuminated. Firewall valve. And now we're going to open them back up, and we're going to see the annunciator disappear. There we go. Same thing on the right side. And standby pumps can come off, which is going to get those annunciators illuminated again. We're going to do fuel transfer, which is going to kill the low pressure on the tank that it's transferred from. Avionics airflow message is not illuminated because we have ground power. Blower motor, let's try it on. Alternate blower motor is on and off. Fuel quantity 1504 and 1504. Oxygen pressure confirmed. Cabin lights as required. Exterior lights as required. So strobes, navs. We're going to seat belts. No smoking. No smoking at any point in time in my aircraft. Thank you very much. Engine start on external power. Battery volts. Minimum 20. We've got 28. Propeller lever in feathered. Feathered. ICAS. Left generator is off. Battery is on. External power is connected. We've got 28 volts. Our power switch is on. ICAS can come back on again. Really, there's no point in swinging it off. We're going to go right ignition on. So we're looking at N1 12%. 10, 11, 12, and we can go to start. See ITT climb up quick. Peaked at 900. It's a good start. Oil pressure is coming up. Temperature's coming up. Starter can come off. And we're going to do the same thing on the left. Left ignition. Oil pressure, oil temperature coming up. This should come off. We can put the condition levers in full run, and we can turn our exterior power off. We've got disconnected. Let's get both our left and right generators on. And we're looking good there. Gen tie set to normal. Power levers can go full forward. And they are. Good starts. We get the pilot and co-pilot instrumentations on. Bleed air can go to both. Cabin temperature to auto. Lights as required. Cabin lights is required, no smoking. Pilot and co-pilot instruments are on. Operating flaps are retracted. And here's alignment message. Wait for that. CDU time and date position. Radar. Stabilization. All. Messages. VLF. Caution, experimental. All right. Got our flight plan in here. Look at our plan map. Let's get back over there. There it is. Good stuff. Let's have a look at our radar. Radar controls currently in standby. Before takeoff, we're going to what we should do, disconnect our external power. HSI. There we go. Okay, cool. Fire extinguisher test. Radar altimeter. Where's my fire extinguisher test? I forget where that one is. Ah, okay. For some reason I always forget the location of basically the test panel, so. Right test, left test, yeah, it's good. Flaps. Fire detection. Flaps. Aux battery. Battery monitor. Fuel flow warning. Stall warning. VMO. Landing gear. All annunciators on. Bleed air. Alright. All those are good. And there we go. Good. Not going to go through all the tests because it's a lot of them. Alright, we've tested our annunciators. Surface de-ice is required. Pressurization. What is our flight plan? 350. So, let's... what is it here? 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, 5, 4, 3. 3 will do. So, let's dial this up. We're looking for 35 on that bottom row. 30, 35. So 35,000 feet is aircraft altitude. And for the cabin, we're going to experience roughly 63 to 6,400 foot altitude. Alright, cool. That's all good. We're going to go HSI nav source. We're going to go FMS1. Cool. Okay. So pressurization right now is good. Avionics. Autopilot, we're gonna not bother with that. Auto feather. Go to arm. Okay. So, unfortunately, today, just due to the timing that my flight, I am flying in historic weather, not real world weather, so it's not live. But it should be, because it was only a few hours ago, I should be seeing real world type weather at that time. Okay. So, let's see here. Let's contact ground. Actually, clearance. We're in a taxi. West taxi. Departing west.
Saunders from ground. Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot Tango Mike Oscar ready to taxi. West departure.
Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot Tango Mike Oscar. Taxi to and hold short runway 09er via taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 118 decimal tree when ready.
118.3 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 09er via taxiway Alpha. Beechcraft Tango Mike Oscar.
So we're headed to 09. Taxiway Alpha. Okay. Release the brakes, and let's get moving here. So right now, staying off the brakes, using the beta range. Keep us at a decent speed to taxi. Now, to be fair, I do really like my ground taxi ribbon. So I've experienced so many situations where I'm hopping in a plane, trying to follow taxi instructions in an airport that I don't know, trying to follow signs, and just learned to find out that the signs are completely backwards. My home airport, where I learned to fly, they had everything wrong. So I could not enjoy that, trying to replicate my first solo and stuff like that. It was not possible, just because it broke the immersion. Like here we're looking okay. So we've got taxiway Alpha, runway 09 left, 27's to the right. We're going to be going to the left, but we're going to park up here real quick. Okay, let's get ATC. We're going to request our VFR clearance.
Sonderstrom Tower, Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot, Tango Mike Oscar at runway 09 are ready for departure. Departure to the west.
Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot Tango Mike Oscar. QNH 1012 West departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 09er.
Cleared for takeoff 09.
Cleared for takeoff runway 09er.
Tango Mike Oscar.
Beechcraft Tango Mike Oscar.
Alright, so actually let's get that back up because I want my checklist here. Okay, so stall heat can come on. Ice protection can come on. We're going to get the cable heat come on. Windshield heat can go to low. Transponder, we can go to on. Non-seaters, we've got none. Exterior lights as required. We're going to get our landing and taxi lights on. Should have had those on earlier. That's my bad. Windshield heat, auto ignition as required. I like to have them on because why not? There's no harm in doing it. Generator loads were good. Pitch roll trim has all been set. Alright, let's get lined up here. Go. Alright, takeoff. Brakes are held. Takeoff power 100%. AFX eliminated. Brakes release. V speeds rotate. Okay, and I believe all my rotation speeds. Let me just double check. Decent amount of fuel. 110, we got a pitot overheat warning, that's alright. We're going to get some power in here. We are looking for roughly 100%. There's 100, good enough for me. We do have to manage the power, there is no FADEC. We're going to rotate. V1's going to be about 97 knots. V1, slight back pressure. We are up. Gear coming up. That was a no flaps takeoff. So we had plenty of runway. Gears up. Flaps are already retracted.
Beechcraft Tango
Let's
Mike
pull back a
Oscar.
bit on the power.
Continue for west departure.
Sonderstrom Tower, Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot Tango Mike Oscar. Continue for west departure.
Beechcraft Tango Mike Oscar. Leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Sonderstrom Tower, Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot Tango Mike Oscar. Frequency change. Sonderstrom Tower, Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot Tango Mike Oscar is type Beechcraft Starship, 3 miles east of Sonderstrom, 4200. Requesting transition.
Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot Tango Mike Oscar. Transition approved. Report clear of Sonderstrom Tower airspace. Maintain own navigation.
Will report clear. Beechcraft Tango Mike Oscar.
I should have set up our altitude earlier, but that's alright. We're going to go nav. Let's get our nav. We're going to get our yaw damper in. We can get our GPS right there. Okay, and our nav source, we need to switch to FMS. There we go. There we go, and I think we can report clear now.
Sonderstrom Tower, Beechcraft Tango Mike Oscar is clear of the Sonderstrom Tower airspace.
Beechcraft Tango Mike Oscar. Sonderstrom Tower. Frequency change approved.
Sonderstrom approach. Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot Tango Mike Oscar is type Beechcraft Starship, 8 miles east of Sonderstrom, 10,000. Request flight following.
Cabin pressurization is coming up, as it should.
Sonderstrom approach. Squawk 6132.
6132.
Beechcraft Tango Mike Oscar. Radar contact 10 miles east of Sonderstrom. 11,700. QNH 1013.
Roger. Beechcraft Tango Mike Oscar.
Alright. So now we're in a...
Beechcraft Tango, Mike Oscar Contact Center on 120 decimal tree. Good day.
0.3, good day.
120 decimal tree for Beechcraft Tango Mike Oscar. Center, Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot Tango Mike Oscar, 14,200.
Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot Tango Mike Oscar, Center, QNH 101 tree. Radar contact continue.
Pressurization is good. Lights is required. We can get landing attacks lights off. They're already stowed. Cruise. We're not there yet. Still climbing. Let's get rid of some of these displays because ain't nobody need to see that. There we go. So we can keep pulling in a little bit of power here and there. Maintaining 90% on the torque. Oh, my wife just let me know we got some IKEA stuff delivered, so clearly I got some work to do later. Alright. So, this aircraft doesn't have vertical nav, it also doesn't have vertical speed. Indicated airspeed performance. So it's got...
Beechcraft Tango Mike Oscar Contact Center on 121 decimal tree. Good day.
1213. 1213, good day.
121 decimal tree. Beechcraft Tango Mike Oscar. Center, Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot Tango Mike Oscar. Flight level 205. Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot Tango Mike Oscar. Center, radar contact continue.
I will continue, thank you very much. We're to climb here. Ground speed 239 indicated. So as it gets higher, its climb speed decreases. As I was saying, the onboard systems in the aircraft really kind of advanced for the time, but it knows that it can't maintain certain speeds at certain altitudes, you know. So it went from 145 to 135. Climbing up to our flight level 350, and you see this little flight director over here, and you've got the vertical bar on the left here. So this is when you're perfectly on speed. So it went from 335 or 135 to 133. You see, it makes those adjustments now to 131. And these, this is the command knob to change for speed. So as it continues to climb, it adjusts the speed at which it needs to be climbing at, knowing its performance. Now, it is dropping because I'm not feeding in enough power. So as I increase the power, it'll make those adjustments. Now, I mean, it's not a Garmin system, but we do have to be aware, though, the maximum ITT, we're looking at 840. So that means we're going to have to pare it back to about 80% power as we climb to maintain, stay out of the 840 range. As we climb, got to keep pulling it back ever so slightly. we go. It's climbing up again. Gotta keep pulling that power back. But speed keeps climbing. Keeps climbing. Actually, we probably should have pulled back on our props here. There's 1600. Now the other thing I like to do, noise canceling headphones. Alright. Give it a little bit more power there. There you go, 1,000 feet away from our flight wheel 350. Alright, which means we can start looking at a cruise. Cruise power maximum 97, which we're not going to be doing. Actually, I do want to pull this out and have a look at our engines. Engine health, 100% on both. Electrical, cabin, it's currently 20C. It's looking nice. Our avionics is getting warm, so let's cool it off. 46C. Got the blower in here, so we're going to take cabin temperature 20 degrees, blow it in here. Alright. Auto feather can come off. Lights as required. What do we got going on here? Go. Engine display monitor, fuel quantity monitor. There we go. We're established at 350. Yaw dampener is on for sure. We're en route. Alright, now we're monitoring. And effectively, we're just going from one side of Greenland to the other. Well above the clouds here. It was a cloudy day, so I kind of prefer to get above. And we're gonna eke a little bit more performance out of the engines here. without exceeding our 840 ITT. Our inner turbine temperature. Looking like right around 50, 55%. It's as close as we're going to get them there. Alright. We're going to leave that blower fan on. So it looks like we're... Cabin pressure is looking nice. Temperature's looking good. Got no failures. Electrical system's good. Engines are looking happy. No worries there. Alright. I just kind of like to have that one open, or one of the engine pages open, so then we can see the FOD or anything of that nature, which we shouldn't have. That's all right. What we got for -5C fuel temperatures? Okay. Those. Oh no! Hang on a minute. There we go. There we go. Looked a little funny. All right. Now we can monitor. But we can also, let's do some VNAV calculations. So, let's pull up our flight plan. Route. Let's have a look here. Flight plan. Procedures. We're going to BGKK. Let's do this. BGKK. Enter. Procedures. BGKK. Okay. Procedures. Approach. And what were we going to do? Runway 28. having a look at all the procedures. Alright, so we're going to change this. RNFA. So there we go. We're going to do a bumdo. Or bumud at 4,500. You got 32. 2,600 and 2,600. All right. What are we cruising at? 298, true. That's pretty good. Only 54. So a little bit more. Good enough, good enough. 299. Oh, let's get the 3. Come on. So, if we're looking at this, bumud, when we've got a vertical speed target of 2,000 feet a minute, we should be heading down there, or you know, say 1,500 feet a minute. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We can play with that. Let's have a look at our cabin. 30 degrees Celsius in there. We're just going to leave it on for now. Outside air temperature, minus 49 Celsius. That's chilly. It's chilly. It's chilly, chilly, chilly. Now, I do want to pull up. Where's it here? Have a look. Okay. Just having a look through the flight manual for the Starship here. Here we go. So, in the descent mode, the flight control computer will continuously command a reference speed 25 knots below the barber pole speed until reaching 10,000 feet, at which point the reference speed will become steady at 225 knots. If the reference speed is just manually using the airspeed reference knob and the ASI will descend mode is activated, then the new speed offset with VMO will be maintained until 10,000 feet. Okay. There, we've got 301 knots true. Broke the 300 knot barrier. I'm happy with that. Alright. So. Let's have some fun here. GTN 750 pop-up panel. Okay, let's have some. I think it's utilities. VNAV calculator. Target altitude is 4,500. So let's vertical speed. Run 900 feet a minute. Vertical speed. I'm going to change this to 45. Oops. That's okay. Vertical speed. Roughly 900 feet a minute. Ciao. VNAV. Okay, but what we're going to have to do also... Now I wonder, can I also do this? No, I cannot. Vertical nav, 900 feet a minute. Let's pull back. Let's get rid of that. Boom, 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 boom. Present position map. Radar. Sure, why not? Perfect. We are descending. Which means we should also... Let's pull per checklist for descent. Checklist, descent. That, there we go. Pressurization. Altitude. 500 feet above landing altitude. And what are we landing at? So, this airport elevation. We need an elevation of 600 feet. Use 4, 3, 3. So. Alright, we've got our cabin altitude set, rate knobs desired, standard altimeter, it's already there, power is required, lights is required. There we go. Flight plan. What's our procedures? Alright. Still descending. Got a little more power too. So why not? Thousand feet a minute. Go. Cabin differential warning. Yes, yes. Alright. But what we should do is hop on up. Get a good photo. Or to get a good photo. Photo. And system control. Nav source. Gotta initialize. Adding vertical speed. There we go. So we're on global positioning versus the internal navigation. So look at our avionics bay. Everything's looking happy. Engines are looking good. There we go. We're going too fast, Captain. Power coming back. Get the correct altimeter setting. Can we see anything yet? Nope. Pull back on that power a little bit. Okay. All right. Alright. Let's contact the airport.
Bravo Golf Kilo, Kilo traffic. Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot, Tango Mike Oscar, 29er miles northwest, 9,000, inbound to land, runway 28, Bravo Golf Kilo Kilo.
Alright, slow descent.
Bravo Golf Kilo, Kilo traffic, Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot, Tango Mike Oscar, 8 miles northeast, 6100 inbound to land, runway 28, Bravo Golf Kilo Kilo.
Alright, the next altitude we got is 3,200. And we gotta do that at roughly 1,000 feet a minute. We're definitely gonna slow it up a bunch here. All right. In here. Gear extensions 200. Let's get our landing gear out. Get our props forward. For landing. Approach. Pressurization is checked. No smoking. Auto feather can come on. Got our gear down. Flaps coming out. 2,600. Landing into lights can come on. Vertical speed. Flaps, autopilot, propeller sync can come off. Radar as required. Radar control back to standby. Actually, no, we're going to leave our radar on. And let's get our yaw dampener is already off. Autopilot is still engaged though. Looks like we've got a 33 knot headwind. Jesus. Oh, the airport is just right over there. Keep that up there. What are we doing? All right. Let's get that out of here. Get down. Flaps are extended. Yes, let's zoom in. And we're going to give it, we're on final.
Golf Kilo traffic. Beechcraft Charlie Foxtrot Tango Mike Oscar is on final. Runway 28 to land. Bravo Golf Kilo.
She is. Let's get our autopilot to come off. Go. Want a closer look here. Looks like a rather snowy runway. Decision height. We're going to proceed. Getting some lift over those hills. Whoa. And reversers. Alright. We're on the ground. Let's get the radar off so we don't melt anybody. Okay. Let's call it ground services. Kidding. I'm gonna park up on the only patch of cleared off runway. Or tarmac. I feel like they must have meant this one for me. Park brake sets. Props come back and feathered. Oh. Here's an idle. Alright, let's pop in here real quick. Run through a shutdown checklist. Okay. After landing, let's get our heats off. Our oxygen off. Anti-skid can come off. Transponder, we can go to standby. Lights is required. Our taxi and landing can come off. Strobe can come off. Nav can come off. Our flaps come back up. Trims. Trim's actually good. Shut down on secure. Park brake, oxygen off. Off, 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 off. Bleed. Off. I can go off. Battery is charged. ITT. Looks to be stabilizing condition levers. Cut off. Props are feathered. ITT. Alright, panel. ICAS can come off. Alright, master's off. Wheel chocks. We can get those installed from our EFB. So, wheel chocks, covers, engine covers, gear pins, all installed. Park and brake. Perfect. Okay. So let's get our cabin door open real quick here. And let's hop on out. There it is. We're on the other side of Greenland. We have made it here. It's a little cold, non-existent runway here. I'm not sure what the center line is supposed to be. I don't think it's the paved black line, but perfectly honest, I'm not sure. It all appears to be dirt. So that's something I got to keep in mind for the next flight out of here. Where's a good angle? Are there any? Something like that. There we go. Alright, we're officially down. We're landed. Well, thanks for joining me. The next one we're going to be going from Greenland to, I guess it's Iceland, really. Yeah. That should be a fun one. Anyway, thanks for joining me, everybody, and we will catch you on the next flight. Have a good night.